Welcome back to another episode of the Sexiest in the City podcast. How have you guys been since the last time we chit and we motherfucking chat? I started therapy last week, so it's been really good. I just did my first session. Hopefully everything's good, and I'm just trying to see how it is with this therapist, because I know that whenever you get into therapy, you want to get into the groove of everything. In this week's episode, I want to talk to you guys about the quote, "If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything." And I really like this quote because when you really think about it, most of the corrupted shit in the world and in life is because people wanted something so badly that they were willing to sacrifice their principles and their integrity for it, whether it be money, attention, fame. People will manipulate themselves into situations and they become the loser at the end because they didn't actually stand for something and have morals and a principle. If you live a blind life and you don't actually have your own opinions, your own ideas, people that might not have the best interest for you or want the best for you will come and fuck shit up for you. And because you're not standing 10 toes down on yourself and by yourself, you end up being victim to these type of people and you end up getting fucked in your fucking ass. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fucking fall for everything. I want to bring up a personal story, but I really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, we see it every day, don't we? We open up social media and we just see the type of corrupted shit that we see in Hollywood, the shit we're hearing with our ears. How many times do you see people in Hollywood talk about the fact that they give up their soul, they sell their soul for more money, more fame, more opportunity? At the end of the day, none of these people ever end up winning in the end. Some corrupted shit goes on, some evil shit going on behind the scenes, and it's like they don't win. And it's like, for what? For the attention, for the validation. A lot of people will do so much for just to be cared about, just to be loved on, just to have a motherfucking hug, just to have company. People will go to extreme measures to feel wanted and feel like they matter in this world. Nobody can validate you but you. Nobody's gonna come in here and make you feel important but yourself. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are really struggling out here. A lot of people are struggling to pay fucking bills. I mean, gas is fucking $60 million fucking dollars right now. You know what I'm saying? Gas is $4 a gallon. People don't have time and they don't even have the emotional capability to make you feel any type of different. They don't got that. And then if you are even looking for that type of shit, it's like, just don't hold your breath. Like, to be honest, we live in a world where being opinionated is really frowned upon. A lot of people want you to say yes to the shit they want you to put up with. And the minute that you have an opinion, the minute that you speak out, or the minute that you're any different than most people are, you're gonna get shamed, shunned, nobody won't go on to talk to you, and you're gonna have like a mark, like what is it called? Like an X on your back, a mark on your back. Because when you set boundaries to people that benefit off of you not having boundaries, it's going to upset a lot of people. If you are constantly living a life where you're trying to fit in, where you're trying to have friends, you're trying to make connections with people, but you don't have integrity or principles as a foundation, you're not going to be able to establish healthy relationships with people because you just trying to go for anything. You just trying to go for anything and everything. Have enough self-respect and self-love for yourself to not put up with all the bullshit that's gonna come across in your way. A lot of the times, nobody has a motherfucking opinion. Especially nowadays, nobody has a fucking opinion for shit. It's like people are just trying to do what the next man does. You're just trying to fit in. You're just trying to do what you've been told and what you've been taught, which is like understandable. But you have to get to a point where Carl Jung even said it best. I don't know the quote, but if you're on YouTube, I'm gonna put the quote right here in front of me. Carl Jung had a quote that was basically saying that if you don't take control of your life, you're going to think you have control of your life, but you are just the bird on the elephant's back. Your subconscious is the elephant and your awareness is the bird. And it's like the bird thinks it's getting somewhere, but you're only moving where your subconscious is going. If you subconsciously seek people's validation, you subconsciously want to people please people in order to have friends and have connections. If you subconsciously want people's validation or care what people say about you, you will constantly have the need to prove yourself in ways like not standing for the things that you believe in, not having your own opinion, not disagreeing with people because it might cause conflict. And you're just going to be the shell of a human being that is just a shell of a fucking human being. When you develop your own personality, you won't be susceptible to the bullshit that we have. And we genuinely live in a bullshit ass generation. Like, of course, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys any generation before us was the best. They wasn't peaches and cream either. They had their fucking flaws as well. But we do live in a generation where we are more exposed to bullshit online, bullshit in real life, bullshit on Twitter, bullshit on YouTube, bullshit on TikTok. We're more susceptible to bullshit. And on top of that, we live in a day and age where you go on TikTok, you scroll on TikTok for 5 minutes, and you know how much information you have put into your mind already? I mean, like, really think about it. We are intaking so much at such an alarming motherfucking rate that there are definitely going to be scientific studies later on in the motherfucking future, because we're living in it right now. You need to know that you need to have your own beliefs so you don't fall for any of the stupid ass propaganda and the stupid ass bullshit that we see. It's stupid. And it's so sad because people think it can't be me. I won't fall for the stupid shit. But I'm telling you, I had seen this girl on Soft White Belly. I don't know if y'all know that one YouTube channel. She was just talking about the fact that she had went to a P. Diddy party. When she pulled up, she was so surprised at some of the people that she was seeing there. But she noticed that the energy was really fucking weird. Y'all can literally go on it on YouTube. It has like 4 million views. It was a lot. I was gagged. I was like, what the fuck am I hearing right now? But she was just giving us a little like inside scoop of some of the shit that she was seeing. Or another thing, because I'm going to get really deep in this episode. I don't even know. Honestly, fuck it, I'm going to get really deep in this episode because why not? So I'm not going to put any names, but like this one celebrity from a show I really love, I noticed, and I'm just speculating. I am not even assuming she's doing none of this shit. I'm just speculating from what I've heard through the internet. So I noticed that she would always be on a yacht, like a lot. Like she's always on a motherfucking yacht. And she doesn't film any shows anymore. She just be in a motherfucking yacht, okay? She just be having the time, having a motherfucking blast. I noticed after she like ended a long-term relationship, she ended up being more on these yachts. And I'm not accusing her of shit, but I have read up on, I think it's called Yacht Girls or something like that. There's an actual name where in Hollywood, and people talk about this, there are women in Hollywood, influencers, fucking literally influencers, B-list influencers, A-list influencers. There are people that will literally give that ass up for money, for attention, for clout. They will literally give that ass up for materialistic shit. And I spent some of my early 20s looking at people online and being sad. I'm like, why have I not made it? Like, why am I not 21 shaking my ass on a motherfucking yacht already? What's going on? I'm a motherfucking baddie. So what's up? But the lore goes deep. The lore goes deep, you guys. The lore goes deep. And then that's kind of why I brought the Diddy situation, because when you watch the documentary and you hear what's going on with the Epstein files and what's going on in Hollywood and in politics, and you seeing the world as it is, you opening your eyes. Once you're an adult, you can't close your eyes to the bullshit that the world is, because you are an adult and it's up to you to change the world. Whatever that may be, it is up to you to change the world. You cannot come into this world and leave this world like you left it. What the fuck type of bullshit is that? When you come into this world, and you leave it better than when you came into this world. And that's how I really see the world. Whether it's about spreading information, spreading positivity, physically going out there and helping the world, helping the homeless people, helping the poor, speaking and being an activist. It's like provide value to the world, making music that makes people feel good and makes them want to get up and move. It's like provide value to the world, because like I've always said, humans are creatures of creation. We are meant to be on this earth to create, whether that be art, whether that be buildings, whether that be influencing people through art. We are creators. As we get older, I'm just starting to realize like we live in a corrupted ass fucking world, and people will literally do corrupted shit to have that feeling. A lot of people have said, they'll go to some of these corrupted ass events. They'll see famous ass celebrities that are there. There's celebrities that are, or even if they're not celebrities, there are people that are literally, they go out to Dubai and they do God knows what with people from Dubai. And you guys, I am not making any of this shit up. You guys can go by yourself and look all of this shit up. People literally go and they exploit themselves in fucked up ass ways to just be seen and be somebody. And then at the end of it all, you're corrupted. Your soul is corrupted. What did you get? And it's kind of like in the movie Sinners. It's like if you go home with the devil, you don't want the devil to come home with you. And sometimes people will walk themselves into situations, into friendships, into conflicts with people because you want connection, you want to feel valued, you want something out of the situation, but you are completely neglecting your morals, your values, your principles, your integrity. For what? For the fuck what? Fuck that and fuck no. We're not gonna do that over here, queen. Not over here, girl. That's why I think it's so important. And you might come across people that don't want the best for you. They don't have the best intention for you. And they will put you in situations where you will end up hurt, or you'll end up hurting somebody you love. And that's why it's really important to stand for something, because you will be easily gullible, easily manipulated by people that don't want the best for you. They have ill intent. And you have to, at the end of the day, I understand you want to have a community, but you need to actually take care of yourself. You need to make sure you good first. You need to make sure you come first. Because if there ain't you, there ain't nobody. You're not going to be able to help nobody if your cup is always full and you're always trying to overextend yourself to people that don't deserve you and they don't deserve your energy. So let's go ahead and not do that no more. Let's go ahead and cut that bullshit the fuck out. Adopting this mentality is self-love. It's self-respect. Do not let people come over here and fucking play with you. Ever. I don't know who the fuck they think they are, or who the fuck their mama raised them to fucking think they are, but don't ever let people do that to you. There are very evil people in this world that want to use you. They want to manipulate you, and your gullibility and the fact that you're very inclined to just go for anything is gonna make people that don't want the best for you use your ass and discard your ass, and you be nothing. And you have one fucking life to live. Your life is too fucking valuable. You are too valuable of a fucking person to ever allow somebody to come into your space and into your life and disrupt your fucking energy and your motherfucking peace. And that's what I learned in therapy when I had went. She was just saying, I have this problem where I really don't like conflict. I don't like when shit is too crazy. I really don't like it. For one, I get crazy as fuck. I know, like, when I get too mad, we don't want to go there. I don't even want to take it there. Like, honestly, for real, I don't want to take it there. And for two, it just disrupts my peace. I don't like to sit here. My heart's hurting, my chest hurting. I'm having heart palpitations. I'm sweating. I'm breathing hard. I'm breathing heavy. I'm going to punch you in your fucking throat. I don't want to feel that shit. I love to protect my peace. And protecting my peace can look like avoiding arguments. And that, at the end of the day, I understand that. But sometimes you got to get up in the motherfucking action, because you can't let people fuck around and play with you. But when it does come to the time where you do stand up for yourself, you do speak your opinion, and you're like, okay, I don't do that. This is my boundary. I'm not fucking with that. If you come to a crossroads with the other person where they don't agree with you, it's a complete, I don't agree with the way you think. I don't agree with the way you move. And bitch, I can even tolerate your motherfucking ass. And you feel the same way about them. You don't have to force them to see what you're saying. And my therapist was basically saying, agree to disagree. Like, it's so simple, yes, but it's for real legit. Like, yo, when did we forget agree to disagree? Like, did we forget about that? I feel like so much shit could be avoided in this world. A lot of shit could be avoided in this world. Just agree to motherfucking agree. I don't agree with you. I can agree to not agree with you, and you can agree that you don't agree with me, and we can just leave it as is. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to push my opinion on you, because I know how that feels like when someone pushes their fucking annoying ass opinion on me, and it's quite frankly annoying as fuck. So I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to do that to someone else. At the end of the day, agree to disagree, but still have your opinion. Have something, have integrity, have morals. Don't just go for anything. Don't accept anything, especially when people try to make it seem like it's normal. Some shit just not normal, girl. And sometimes you gotta trust your intuition, and even if the whole fucking room is like, I don't even agree with you, once you can agree to disagree, it's like, don't be so impressed. Don't be so easily impressed, you guys. For real. If you're coming from a situation where you're honestly broke as fuck, you got nothing, you feel like you got nothing for you, I promise you, like on some J. Cole love yours type shit, you have so much more than you know. And a lot of people end up going down the wrong path with wrong people in a bad situation because they're so easily impressed, because they're not appreciative of the shit they have. They think that they need some grandeur, some big ass shit. You don't need all that extra shit. This world is corrupted because of corrupted, greedy people. Greed. The greed they be talking about in the motherfucking Bible. This is the greed they talk about in the motherfucking Bible. Sometimes sitting on a bench with a close loved one and just having a genuine, deep, intimate conversation is so much more than being at a fucking party with people that don't give a fuck if you even make it home after the party. A lot of these people are lost souls. So don't become a lost soul because you're trying to fit in, because you feel like you're missing something when what you're missing is in front of you. I spent so much, like I said, of my early 20s looking at just Hollywood and just this life of like having so much luxurious things. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm not enough because I don't have that. But I never appreciated the things that I do have, the loved ones I do have, the things that a lot of people don't even have. Some of the shit that you think they have, they put it on a front. It's all a facade. Everything on social media, yo, dude, I'm not gonna lie, time and time and time again, I've stood in rooms with people that I never would have thought that's their personality. Like, I put them on this, like, I don't want to say a pedestal, but I had seen this video of Obama. He said it best. You think people are cooler than they are, and you sit in the room with these people and you realize they are no different than you. They got fears just like you. They are just human just like you. Even Obama, he said it best. It's like, you're gonna go into these rooms, as you climb higher up the ladder, you're just gonna realize some of these people, you're gonna wonder, why the fuck are you even here? Some of these people, you're gonna realize, we're just the same. But at the end of the day, we all bleed. We all bleed red. We're all human. We all got meat suits under here. Nothing about anybody makes anybody different. We all have the same 24 hours. We all fucking take a shit and a piss. We all breathe the same fucking air. We all come from the same fucking God creator, or whatever you want to call it. We all come from the same thing, because we are all human beings. Don't think because she's posting this online, or because they have this facade. A lot of people, you don't know what they're missing. They can have a big house, but they're unhappy on the inside. They have no one to enjoy this big house with. And like I said with the yacht girls, you guys, that shit gagged me. I'm not gonna lie, the yacht shit gagged me, because especially as a woman, we live in a culture where I understand we want to be empowered sexually, and we should the fuck be empowered sexually, especially with the years and years and years of mistreatment that women have felt. I do feel like we should be empowered and not ashamed of our body. I do believe that. But I do think there's a motherfucking spectrum, and I think people took it a little to the spectrum, and I'm not, and that's my opinion. Like, that's just how I am. I don't care for all that too much, where I'm trying to sit here and I'm trying to validate men. I'm literally there. When I think of a man, I want to throw up. People will do a lot of shit for male validation, and we live in that type of era where we're doing shit. Where are the motherfucking standards? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the corrupted bullshit, because people will go down that rabbit hole, and a lot of people don't be even coming back from that. It changes them mentally. It changes the way they see people, the way they see the world. It's like, it really is like Sinners said. It's like, if you go and dance with the devil might come home with you. So don't be so easily impressed by some of the shit that is up on the world. Don't be easily impressed to it, because sometimes the devil will show up with gifts and trinkets and this and that to make it look like it's something good, but behind it, it's all a facade. It's literally smokes and mirrors. It's all an illusion. And most of life is an illusion. The only thing that is not an illusion is what you know, and which is your life. And that is the only thing that you can control. You can't sit here looking at what somebody got on their plate and on their table and seeing how you can adjust and like manage your life to look like their life, whether it be financially, with materialistic shit, with your house, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, with whatever. Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, you don't know their dreams. You don't know their fears. You don't know anything about somebody else. All you know is about yourself. And especially with Instagram, especially with TikTok, we like to pretend that we're immune to it, but nobody is immune to it. It does fucking suck when you go online and somebody has a bigger, better fucking everything than you. It fucking sucks. Because as humans on a survival level, we want to survive. We want our future generations to survive. This is biological. Fuck all the extra bullshit and all the social and the hierarchies and this and that. On a biological level, we are animals. We're meant and we're put on this earth to survive. I believe, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm going to just touch on it. I do believe in chakras. I believe in your throat chakra. I believe in your sacral chakra. I believe in your third eye chakra. Like, I believe in the chakras, and I do think that you should, at one point in life, sit down with yourself and actually try to balance all your motherfucking chakras out. I know there's this website called Body Graph that tells you what parts are stronger and what are weaker in your chart, but that's a whole other thing, you guys. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. If you are interested in it, you guys can comment down below. I really love stuff like that. I love astrology. I love, spirituality stuff. So, but anyways, back to my point. So we listen to all these stories of like evil, corrupted politicians, fucking people in power, and we're like, how are people saying they're seeing this fucked up shit and nobody's standing for anything? And that's the sad part is, a lot of people just want to feel valued. A lot of people just want to survive. They want their families to survive. So they will do anything, any means necessary to survive. And nobody talks about that. And it's like, we think it's just the elites doing it, but not on a grand scale, or really on a grand scale, on a more local scale, your locals can be doing the exact same shit as these people in power. They're going out, they're taking mad drugs, they're doing fucked up shit, they're stealing, they're finessing, they're manipulating. Like, people do fucked up shit on a local level. You don't gotta be a millionaire to be doing no fucked up shit. And so don't let a corrupted system Just because you want to fit in and have a community and connection, don't fall for the wrong crowd. I think when you stand on your own, you end up finding the people that are meant for you, which is another quote by Carl Jung. I'll put it over here, you guys. If you're on YouTube, this is the quote. If you guys are on the podcast app, hey queens, but come to the YouTube app real quick, queens, because I'm gonna put the quote right here. But this quote is basically saying that when you stand firm on your belief and you stand on who you are, unknown allies will come and find you. And I do believe that. You'll have people that will agree with you. They'll be magnetic to you. They'll literally match your frequency. So I'm talking all this stuff about, standing on your own, standing 10 toes down. And at the end of the day, sorry guys, I'm glitching out, but this isn't even about us. I understand we're young, we're 20, but we are the new adults. It's like we need to protect the children and show and lead the way for the youth and just pave the way for people as a society. We are going to be the older generation when we fucking 60, 50 and they're like, these are the old ass motherfuckers in charge. We are that. So it's like set a way and set an example and like on some corny shit, be the change that you want to see in the world. We live in a world that normalizes corrupted shit. It's fucking weird. And not only corrupted shit, but people are such cowards and pussies that you won't even know it's corrupted shit because it's like they want to keep it under the rug. Companies, big companies, people in power, so many people, even like I said, locals. People will not have the best interest for you and they're selfish pieces of shit, greedy pieces of shit, and they will use and play your ass for their own beneficial gain. And you have to understand that when you are an adult and when you're moving through this world. Because it ain't shit peaches and cream. We ain't in a motherfucking Disney movie. This ain't Pixar. This is real life. And if you keep letting people come up in here and play with your life, you're gonna end up in some fucking shitty ass situations. Nobody's coming to save you. So when you get into them shitty ass motherfucking situations and you keep staying in them shitty ass motherfucking situations, take a long look in the mirror, buddy, because it's only you doing it to yourself. What the fuck? That's like if somebody was like, my life is shit because you. Like literally if somebody came to you, like the person I'm talking to, if someone literally said, my life is shit because of you. What the fuck? No! It's not shit because of anybody but yourself. If you don't like the way I am as a friend, leave me. Leave me if you don't like the way I am in a relationship. You have the choice. You have the choice. If you need to go to therapy, you need to meditate, you need to journal, do what you need to do. But like I always say, get it the fuck done. At the end of the day, whatever you gonna need to do, if you need to take motherfucking antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, if you need to meditate, you need to talk to a therapist, get your fucking mind in check. Because you don't want unknown people, you don't want strangers and people that don't give a fuck about you. They don't want to see you succeed. They're losers. Because at the end of the day, it's not even about you, yo. Like a lot of people, like I said, they're lonely and they're pathetic and they are insecure. They will bring you down to that level because they feel insecure. And the minute they see you doing better than them, they want to bring you down. And that is literally a scientific study. They did it. It's called the crab mentality. When you put crabs in a bucket, if one crab tries to get out of the bucket, another crab will grab the crab and bring it down with it. And in society, humans do that shit to each other. It's like a subconscious sabotage that humans do to each other. And that's why they say your group matters. The people you surround yourself with matters. Because if you are in a situation, or even if it's not your friend group, if you are trying to make it out of a situation, you're trying to get the fuck out of your hometown, out of your toxic house, if you're trying to get out of a toxic friendship, a toxic relationship, people, when they notice you're doing better than them, they will bring you down. This is called the crab bucket mentality. You guys can search all this stuff up. Go into, it'll probably give you guys more detail on what I'm talking about. Humans will subconsciously bring you down because they feel insecure and they don't want you being on a greater scale. Reminds them of where they are in life and it reminds them that they're down here. And so they will try to bring you down to them. So you cannot be so easily influenced by the bullshit. And that's why if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. It's like when you sit down and you think, okay, well, how do I stand for something? At the end of the day, I get it. I've been a people pleaser before. You want connection. You don't want to feel alone. It's depressing as fuck. And I understand. And then on top of that, being the lone wolf or being the outsider, it fucking sucks. Like being misunderstood fucking sucks. Fuck depression. Being misunderstood by the people around you will literally have you feeling like the odd one out, like the odd man out, like I'm alone, I'm lonely. And loneliness is a different type of feeling. Like there's being alone and there's just being by yourself physically. But there's loneliness, and that is heavy on the soul. I do understand that on a survival level, to have community, we're gonna want to do things that we're not necessarily okay with just to keep the people around us satisfied. And I know that y'all have done that before, you know, once or twice in your life, because we're human beings. It happens, you know. We have to learn to set those boundaries. We weren't just born having boundaries. That's why they're so hard to really stick to. So a lot of people are easily manipulated, easily played with, and easily hurt. And that's why hurt people hurt people. People that are pieces of shit are pieces of shit because somebody was a piece of shit to them. Because hurt people hurt people. And it's up to you to be the bigger man for yourself, not for anybody else, not because you owe anybody that, but because you owe yourself that. You owe yourself that, the self-love, the self-respect to stand on that. I think everybody should have an era in their life where they're alone. Like, alone by themselves alone, because when there's no noise, there's no social media, there's no friend with you, there's nobody on the phone that you're talking to, there's nobody at work, like you are literally alone with your thoughts, no pets or nothing, like you're literally by yourself. When you put yourself days, months, hours, like in that state, and I'm not saying like forever where you literally isolate yourself like a fucking loner and shit, I'm not saying none of that, but dedicating time throughout your life and throughout your days, throughout your months, throughout your motherfucking weeks, to isolate yourself and be to yourself and not let anybody's opinions and voices or nothing get in your way. Because when you have that time to be by yourself, not only is it quieter, your mind, it's like the thoughts are not racing. There's not so many opinions. Like you're seeing all these tweets and all these opinions and all these things, and then just being a herd in a crowd of sheep. You want to actually sit down and think to yourself, who am I? And what do I want? Solitude is the answer. Let's say you change the way you think about something. If somebody in your life doesn't agree with you, agree to disagree. It's either we still love and respect each other and we can keep each other in our lives, or we're just gonna cut off. People think that solitude is so scary and such like a sad thing. People tweet about it. They're like, I'm so lonely, I'm so sad. Yo, dude, sometimes that solitude will free you. It'll free you from people that you thought were your friends were your enemies. It'll free you from a version of yourself that was not gonna benefit you in the long run. So just taking that time to be alone is the answer to finding out what your principles are and like your foundation. Like I said, integrity and principles. Find out what your integrity and principles are through solitude. And once you have your integrity and your principles, you have a strong foundation. So nobody will come here and think that you're gullible, you're easily played with, and they'll come and just fuck up your life, because you're not going to allow that to happen ever, whoever the fuck you are. At any motherfucker, no, we're not gonna allow that ever. I think it's very, very, very important to have integrity, have principles, have morals, have character, shit, have something, but stand for something, because you don't want to live a life where you're going for all the bullshit that's in this world, because you guys are seeing it with your own eyes. You're seeing and you're hearing these crazy stories and wondering how are people allowing some of the crazy shit to happen. And of course, these stories are extreme. But like I said, some of this shit happens in real life. And sometimes this shit can literally hurt you mentally, emotionally, physically, or hurt somebody you love mentally and emotionally, physically. So it's very important that you set strong boundaries with people and with yourself, and you don't let people come up in here and tell you how to live your motherfucking life. And you choose what you stand for, and don't let somebody make you feel guilt, shame, or any type of motherfucking emotion about what you're choosing. But at the end of the day, you choose it. Don't let somebody, like I said, don't let somebody come over here and influence your choice. Sit by yourself and actually take that time to reevaluate your life, reevaluate your standards, and set standards for your life. Anybody that's scared of standards, scared of boundaries, they're a cheap ass soul. They're a cheap fucking person. Don't even bother. That's bad business anyways. You want to be with people that know how to set healthy boundaries, know how to have standards, and just know how to love and respect themselves. Because then that same energy will rub off on you. You're going to love and respect yourself too. It's very, very important. And it's very, like I said, it's the number one foundation to being the sexiest and the baddest in the motherfucking city. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. I post every single Thursday. So if you want to keep up with me on the YouTube app, subscribe, share, and like, queens. And if you guys are following on podcast, save the show. Like I said, I update episodes every single Thursday. I hope you guys have a fantabulous motherfucking rest of your week. And I will see you guys in next week's episode. Mwah. Peace and love. Bye, queens.